Hi, folks. This is Tori Kamal, and I am embarking on my third open heart surgery journey. And I decided that I was going to vlog this for a couple of reasons. One is because a coworker of mine had a procedure performed, and she vlogged her experience. And I thought that was pretty valuable, especially for other people that are going to go through that to see what it might feel like, because everybody's experience is a little bit different. But there's definitely going to be commonalities. So I decided to do that. So this one will just be a little bit of prep, or a little intro before I get into everything else. And also note that I filmed these out of order because I wasn't sure whether I was going to do these or not. But when I was 18 months old, I had a patent ductus arteriosus repair. Basically, there's heart plumbing that changes as soon as you're born. So, but mine decided not to close. Usually it gets closed right when you're born. Mine didn't. So when I was 18 months old, I had to go in and fix that. When I was 12, 13, I had to get a subaortic stenosis repair. Basically, a little bit of tissue had grown in the valve, and they had to go and snip that. One of the complications from that is that because for many years I had that tissue there, it's thought that perhaps blood had to be pumped a little bit more, so it ejected a little bit out of the valve and sprayed the side of the aorta, which caused it to weaken over time. Additionally, I also had an insufficiency where my valve was leaking back blood a little bit. And so it had always sort of been thought that I was going to have a repair at some point, an additional one. And now was the time because after monitoring my heart for many years, we found that I had two aneurysms, one above the base of the aorta and one just a little bit above that. And essentially, the idea is that if you get to something that has a diameter of greater than 5.5 centimeters, it is time to operate. And mine went up to 5.6. And additionally, because those aneurysms were there, it was also opening the valve a little bit too much so that the valve leaflets weren't holding back blood very well. So there's a little bit more leaking in there. And I went from originally a mild insufficiency to a mild to mid, and eventually a mid insufficiency or medium insufficiency. So all things coupled together, it was time for some open heart surgery. So I'll give the next update in a little while. Bye.